Hi guys, it's Jakiria and welcome back to the channel. This is video number 5. If you haven't seen videos 1 through 4, please be sure to click back into my channel. It gives you a little bit about who I am, what the purpose of the channel is, and previous videos that I've done in the past. And if you're just getting started on your IT journey, I think they'll be helpful for you as well. Be also sure to click the subscribe button. I think for today, the next thing I wanted to discuss is different jobs in the IT field. So I talked about in earlier videos that it's not just cybersecurity, it's not just networking, it's not just web development. It's a vast majority of different subfields that fall under information technology. So today I want to just discuss a few of those different high-paying jobs that'll get you a decent salary depending on location, experience, and education. Alright, so coming up first, I have cybersecurity professional. So that is what I am, that is what I currently do. Believe me, it's not the first route that I thought I was going to take, but it's the one that it's the one for me. And as you get into the information technology space, you'll get into different roles and come in contact with different things, and you'll just naturally find your place, or you'll be kind of a jack of all trades. You know, some people are a jack of all trades and they know various things, various topics, and they can fit pretty much anywhere. All right, but a cybersecurity professional makes on average $111,000 a year. So I am based in Texas. So just a disclaimer, these figures are based in Texas. And I pulled these from Glassdoor only because with Glassdoor, it gives you better insight to what people are actually making. So the users that are on there, they're reporting their salaries, they're reporting what they're making. So I think it's a pretty reliable source. If you would like to go look at other sources, bls.gov is a pretty good source as well. It's a government website. But the thing about those, salaries are there from last year. These are pretty much current as of right now. Okay, so like I said, they make $111,000 per year, with the lower end being at the $68,000 range and at the higher end $200,000 plus. And the only reason I say plus is cybersecurity professional salaries can get pretty high. I've heard of someone who can even make $400,000 at his current level. It's what an offer he was provided. So cybersecurity professionals are really in demand. There's a huge gap between cybersecurity professionals and the amount of jobs that are out there for cybersecurity engineers, analysts, any professionals in the cybersecurity space. So the role of a cybersecurity professional is to assess and penetrate, test the environment. So they do penetration testing and they do assessments, vulnerability assessments, to see where are the different holes in the network there it could possibly be an attack or an exploit. So they also develop, implement, and secure network solutions and architect trusted networks into secure networks. Lastly, they manage, audit, intrusion, and security technology systems. These will be the people responsible for managing those systems as well as using those systems to investigate and remediate. They'll also be the ones who are analyzing logs, putting together a story for the very, very important people in the organization to tell where you may be vulnerable at, where you could have been attacked at, where you maybe were attacked at. How do we move forward to get the business going if it was compromised? All right. Some additional roles and responsibilities for a cybersecurity professional is to troubleshoot, identify, authorize access, and offer solutions regarding an organization's system and network as it relates to cybersecurity. So those are going to be the people that's going out there and say, hey, we think this should be this standard, or you're behind on this protocol, or this needs to be updated because this could be exploited one day. So you are vulnerable here, and they will be the people making those recommendations. To succeed in this role, you must understand cybersecurity methodologies. You must also keep up with current cybersecurity trends. You can't troubleshoot something if you don't know how it works, or how it originated, or how it acts or behaves. So when you're looking at these alerts and incidents and you're triaging, you can pick up behaviors, or you can pick up a certain pattern to understand what this piece of malware or what this attack may be. And if you can understand what it is, then you can understand how to stop it. You can understand how to remediate it. For example, if you understand what ransomware looks like, you can get your files back, or you can maybe you can't get your files back. Maybe you can further protect your network from any other ransomware attacks. So lastly, you must also have certifications. So in addition to getting the education, it's important to showcase that you know the education. So get certified. The standard right now for an entry-level certification, in my opinion, will be Security Plus certification. It's offered by CompTIA. If you make a 2 to 3 month study plan, about 3 to 4 hours a day, you will be ready for the Security Plus exam. It's really easy. It's a lot of information to digest, but it's a really easy exam. Other certifications that may be really in demand but may be more advanced is maybe penetration tester, ethical hacker, or CISSP. So that is cybersecurity professional. Okay, so next on the list we have software and web developers. I wanted to kind of put those two together because even though they are different, I know I may have some software and web developers out there who may not agree with me combining the two, but in my mind, they both deal with code, though their job descriptions and their education levels may be a bit differently, but all in all, they're still developers. So the average salary for software/web developer here in Texas is on average $95,000 a year, with the least being around $60,000 a year, making upwards of $150,000 a year. Like I said before, this all depends on experience, education, and location. People will get web development and software engineering confused. Both roles are similar, but beyond programming, databases, and coding, that's pretty much it. So software developers tend to more have a higher degree of education. Most of them come with bachelor's degrees. Web developers may be more self-taught, and may have a limited range of different coding languages. They may only know, JavaScript or HTML. So software developers or software engineers use their computer science degrees to create products using web-based software. And web developers may solely focus on websites and web applications. So that's a limitation of theirs, which is why I said, software engineers require a higher level degree of education. All right, so that's software developers and web developers. And let's move on to the next one. All right, project managers. So project managers are the people who are going to bridge business and IT. So the non-technical aspect of it and the technical aspect of it. Here in Texas, they make on average of $110,000 a year, with the lowest being around $71,000 and the highest being around $173,000. So like I said, they're the link between the business and the IT side. They're responsible for the execution of IT-related projects while also planning and directing the work of the general IT team. So you'll have the IT team, and then you'll have the project manager who's over the IT team and over the entire project and facilitates the entire project to make sure every task gets done on budget, on time, and from beginning to end. So that's the role of a project manager. Good skills for a project manager may be good problem solving skills, really good organization skills, proficiency in cross-functional team, really great communication skills, efficient and with attention to detail. They're responsible for making sure that these projects are within the requirements and within the time frame and within the budget. Lastly, for a project manager, those will typically be the people with a bachelor's degree. If they don't have a bachelor's degree, they have a ton of experience managing projects, and they will also likely have a project manager professional PMP certification. So there are different requirements to get that certification as well. You have to demonstrate experience actually managing a project, and then there's a prerequisite as well. All right, so next on the list we have network engineer. A network engineer makes on average $99,000 a year, with the lowest being around $65,000 and the highest being around $153,000, depending on location, experience, and education. So network engineers may typically have a bachelor's degree. If they don't have a bachelor's degree, they have a ton of experience with configuration of network devices. If they do have a degree, it's generally going to be in computer science or something related to technology. With network engineers, they will hold probably a Network Plus certification, a CCNP, CCIE certification, maybe a Juniper certification, Wireshark certification. These are going to be the people managing the network, setting up the network, architecting the network. Network engineers are a little bit different from administrators, because administrators will be the people just managing the day-to-day tasks, but engineers will be the ones creating, directing. They're more, like I said, they're more of an architectural role. To succeed in the network engineer position, you should be able to think through problems. You should be able to troubleshoot from beginning to end. You should be really aware of the OSI model. You should be able to learn quickly and be aware of different technologies in the network technology space. You should be aware of LAN and WAN technologies, so wide area network, local area network technologies. And you should also extend yourself to even learn about Wi-Fi connected networks, wireless connected networks, and mobile phones as well, not just the standard IT shop or small to medium-sized business organization, because something that I realize is people who are proficient not only with computers and client machines but mobile devices as well are really in demand too. So like I said, that's a network engineer. And I have one more left for you guys. So the last one I have is a system administrator. So a system administrator makes around $85,000 a year, with the lowest being around $55,000 and the highest being around $136,000 a year. Like I said, it depends on location, depends on education, and depends on experience. Just because this person makes this much doesn't mean that that's the same offer that you are going to get. They're weighted completely different. So a system administrator is sometimes called a sysadmin. If you're in an IT shop, 9 times out of 10 they're going to call you a sysadmin. You're going to call yourself a sysadmin. So they're responsible for the configuration, upkeep, and reliable operation of a company's network and computer systems. They also make updates to the equipment and software to ensure that they are current. They may work in office settings for small to large companies and government organizations as well. Some of the specific responsibilities of a system administrator can include providing technical support, provide updates, running a help desk, doing reboots, things of that nature. They manage support tickets, they work support tickets. They're often the highest level experts on a system. If they are managing that system, they're often thought to be the highest level expert on that system and know that design pretty well. Some certifications for a system administrator may be Sec Plus, MSCA, it's a Microsoft certification, some Windows Server certifications, Network Plus, and Security Plus as well. So yeah, that's a system administrator. Okay, so yeah, that's the top 5 I was able to comprise. It's not an exhaustive list. This isn't the complete list of different roles in the IT field. Trust me, it gets much more vast than that, but I think these are a good 5. You know, this is a good starting point. If you like any of them, please be sure to tell me what you think about them in the comments. If you are occupying any of these roles right now, maybe tell anyone about your experience in the comments. I hope you got a good grasp of what these different roles entail. Maybe that's what you would like to do. I think the next video I'm going to talk about more entry-level jobs that you're going to come in contact with for the people that may be getting into this and they're brand new. You know, I don't want to start off with the high-paying jobs and attract you on a really big salary. You know, we have to first start off with the basics. I'm really big on foundation and I'm really big on learning the basics. So I want to give you all of the possible information that you can possibly get and digest and set you up for the best possible start in your career. So if you like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'm out. Thanks. Bye.